Janet's definitely going to be there. She's just replying.
Straight up. Alright, for me to say getting better or just a bit better?
You're not on yet. Beyonce, she's speaking.
Right. Yeah, so that will give people a chance. Hi Robert, can you tell me if you're hearing me okay, please? We don't have our usual sound checkers tonight. Yep, that's good. Thanks, Robert. How's your weekend been, pal? Been busy? I dare say it could probably, possibly come, but could you imagine how chaotic it would be if people could actually vocally respond? Yeah, that would be. Well, you're always busy, to be fair, Robert. Yep. Is that you helping Elspeth? Yeah, good. You're a good lad. Oh, look who's here. Hi, George and Annie. Really, really nice of you to join us. Thanks for coming along. Oh, one of the neighbours, Robert. Okie dokie. And how goes it? How goes it with George and Annie? Oh, a bit of right team names down there. Right, so there's Robert. There's Annie and George. There's Alison et al. I like how that's been adopted, Alison et al. Linda and John are here. And Janet. Oh, and there's Mariana. Good evening, Mariana from Wales. I will do that, Alison. Thank you very much. Is Northumberland next to Northumberland, Danny? I think I heard you actually saying to someone, was it Jennifer you were saying that you were there? Yeah, good. I'm glad you had a good time. And how's Mariana? Oh, there's Stephen. Good evening, Stevie. How are you, pal? Celebrating the red wave. Right, Granny and Co. Yeah, this is great. Thought it might all get put off with me just flying solo tonight, you know. So, thanks everyone for coming back this week after a wee mishap last week. I can see by my wee programme here that things still aren't quite perfect, but certainly a lot better than it was last week. Are you all hearing me okay? And you'll have to excuse me, I'm going to be a wee bit, well, I've got the laptops in front of me here, and this is what I've got, the third-party programme, and also the questions will be on here. And then I've got the big TV over to my right, and that's got the YouTube stream with the chat, so I can keep an eye on things. So I'll be like this all night. I'm sorry about that. That's the best way I could come up with to do it. Well, it's actually very warm over here, Stevie. That being said, I've got a jumper on tonight. This is the first. I'm going to be taking it off actually, because I'm too warm now. It has been unfashionably warm over here, and apparently we might be getting it warmer still yet. Oh, thanks, Mariana. Up until about an hour ago, it looked like I was going to be going down to Hope to try and do it from Hope, because I thought the problem was in the connection, but it turns out the problem was in the laptop. Although still not perfect, but never is. Anyway, I think 8 o'clock, so I think we'll crack on. Thanks everyone, thanks for coming along. As always, 5 rounds, 10 questions each round. The first round is on this day. Now obviously the quiz is meant to be last week, so on this day is referring to the 3rd of November, but I have changed the questions to put the 3rd of November date in anyway. Then as always, the connection round, picture round, chain and general knowledge. So with that, I think we'll crack on, and I'll say good luck everyone. And as I said, on this day, so this day being the 3rd of the 11th, question 1. On November the 3rd, 1978, Dominica gained independence from which country? Question 2. Clarence Birdseye began marketing what frozen product on November the 3rd, 1952? Was it A. Peas, B. Fish fingers, or C. Corn? Question 3. Launched into space in Sputnik 2 on November 3rd, 1957. Who or what was Laika? Or Laika? I'm not sure. I think it's Laika. Question 4. On November 3rd, 1967, during which war did the Battle of Dak To begin? Question 5. Sony released their first games console on November 3rd, 1994. What was it called? Question 6. Which comedy starring Steve Coogan premiered on BBC Two on November 3rd, 1997? Hi Brian, thanks for joining us. You'll probably have time to put in, or you might have time to catch up proper, Brian, or if not, then you'll probably have time to put in your answers in between when we go to do the giving the answers. It'll take a wee bit longer. Question 7. I was born on November the 3rd, 1921, and starred in The Dirty Dozen, Death Wish, and The Magnificent Seven. Who am I? Just notice I've got a capital B on board. Correct. Question 8. Which Japanese sea monster was introduced to us on November the 3rd, 1954? Ah, fine. You'll catch up okay then, Brian. Cheers, mate. Question 9. The Act of Supremacy made which king head of the English Church on November 3rd, 1534? Finally, question 10. On November the 3rd, 1985, two French agents pled guilty to sinking which Greenpeace ship? Excuse me. Move on to round 2 now, connection round. So if there's anyone out there that hasn't played before, the first 9 answers are all connected in some way, and question 10 is, what's the connection? So good luck, everyone. Question 1. A full set of playing cards is called a what? Question 2. Which monarch was the last from the House of Stuart? Question 3. What's the missing word from this logo? Question 4. He was a vagabond, a gambler, a gentleman and gunfighter. What else was Doc Holliday? Very, very interesting read. All about this man. Question 5. According to the song, what was Brenda Lee doing around the Christmas tree? Keep your answers clean, please. Question 6. What word links noon, court and society? Or what word can come before links noon, noon, court and society? I'm pretty sure that I went to change that to can come before, and I may well have done it in the answer but not done it in the actual question. So what word can come before noon, court and society? Question 7. What's the missing word from this slogan? If you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, join our. Question 8. Muzzle, bore and breech belong to what part of a gun or rifle? That's something I'm beginning to panic now that I've changed everything on the computer but not reverted it to the laptop. Question 9. Excuse me. The wood from HMS Resolute was used to make which item of Oval Office furniture? So that's the wood from HMS Resolute was used to make which item of Oval Office furniture? Finally, question 10. What's the connection? So moving on to the answers from rounds 1 and 2. On this day, 3rd of the 11th. So on November the 3rd, 1978, Dominica gained independence from which country? They gained independence from Great Britain. Question 2. Clarence Birdseye began marketing what frozen product? November 3rd, 1952. A. Peas, B. Fish fingers, or C. Corn? It was A. Peas. Question 3. Launched into space in Sputnik 2 on November 3rd, 1957. Who or what was Laika? Laika was a dog. Question 4. On November 3rd, 1967, during which war did the Battle of Dak To begin? That was during the Vietnam War. Question 5. Sony released their first games console on November 3rd, 1994. What was it called? It was called PlayStation. I'm sure there's a lot of people who would say it should have been called Marriage Breaker or Relationship Breaker. Question 6. Which comedy starring Steve Coogan premiered on BBC Two on November 3rd, 1997? That was I'm Alan Partridge. Question 7. I was born on November 3rd, 1921 and starred in The Dirty Dozen, Death Wish and The Magnificent Seven. Who am I? I am Charles Bronson. Question 8. Which Japanese sea monster was introduced to us on November 3rd, 1954? That was Godzilla. Question 9. The Act of Supremacy made which king head of the English Church on November 3rd, 1534? That is Henry VIII. Question 10. On November 3rd, 1985, two French agents pled guilty to sinking which Greenpeace ship? And that was Rainbow Warrior. Moving on to round 2, the connection round. So a full set of playing cards is called a what? That's called a deck. If you've figured out the connection, you'll know why. Deck's the word we're looking for. Question 2. Which monarch was the last from the House of Stuart? That is Queen Anne. Question 3. What is missing from this? And it is arm, as in arm and hammer. Question 4. He was a vagabond, a gambler, a gentleman and a gunfighter. What else was Doc Holliday? As you can see, he was a dentist. I'm sure we all knew that. Question 5. According to the song, what was Brenda Lee doing around the Christmas tree? She was rocking around the Christmas tree. Question 6. What word links noon, court and society, or could come before? And that is high, as in high noon, high court, high society. Question 7. What's missing word from this slogan? And that is, if you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, join our club. I can hear you all singing it now. Question 8. Muzzle, bore and chamber belong to what part of a rifle or gun? And that is a barrel. Question 9. The wood from HMS Resolute was used to make which item of Oval Office furniture? And that was desk. And question 10. Well, before we go into that, did you know that the desk called Resolute was gifted to US President Rutherford B. Hayes by Queen Victoria, and it was first used in the Oval Office by John F. Kennedy? What do you do now? And what's the connection? And the connection is chair. As you can see, deck chair, Queen Anne chair, armchair, dentist chair, rocking chair, high chair, club chair, barrel chair, and desk chair. So, well, we catch up, see how you all did. This is where I spend most of my time looking to the right now because the chat's over here. Alison et al. 18. Kings 16. Annie and George is 13. Stephen 9. I've just noticed we haven't got Mariana 16. What did they call themselves again? Jennifer's team. Not here. Who else is still to get? Linda and John, Janet and Robert. Robert's probably. $14 for Linda and John. And just waiting on Janet. And Janet 11. So at the moment we have in the lead on 18 is Alison et al. Then second place Granny and Co on 17. Third place on 16 it's the Kings. Then we have Linda and John, fourth and 14, closely followed by Annie and George on 13, then Janet on 11, Stevie on 9. Mariana. So also Mariana and the Kings. Sorry about that. They're equal third. Yeah. Just saw the 16. So we'll crack on. No, we won't. It's doing nothing. It's not changing scenes. Right, bear with me a second, please. I'm going to restart this program. I thought it will actually allow me to restart it. It's not doing anything. Right, I think that's me on. Hopefully. Right, hello, are you hearing me okay now? Yeah, I think I'm back on. Hello? Can you please let me know in the chat if you're hearing me okay? I think yep, right, we're good to go. I think. Okay, hopefully I've no idea what happened there. The everything just froze. So obviously still got issues going on with this laptop. So we'll crack on. So picture round, and I think if I remember right, it's a mixture. So I'll call out what we're looking for as we go. So what's this? The movie? What movie is this the poster for? Name the song. Richard, be quiet. He's probably screaming at me now. What country flies this flag? Name the body part that you see there in pink. May show up as red. That's pink here. What does BYD stand for? As in that logo there. What does the BYD stand for? It's one of these things that you're probably all seeing, maybe seeing without seeing, and it's becoming more and more prevalent. Is that the right word? Oh, that jumped. Name the city. Name the actor. What company uses this logo? Name the band. Excuse me. And finally, who is that? Moving on to round four, as always, the chain. So the last letter of the first answer is the first letter of the second answer, and so on. So good luck, everybody. Question one. How many legs does a lobster have? Question two. Madison Square Garden is in which US city? Question 3. A person with an irresistible urge to steal things for no personal or financial gain is called a what? Question 4. Which star sign is represented by the crab? Question 5. Which book of the Bible sits between Judges and Samuel? Question 6. What is the capital of Hawaii? Question 7. Which book by James Joyce traces Leopold Bloom and Stephen Dedalus' journey through the streets of Dublin? Question 8. What stadium is home to AC and Inter Milan? Question 9. In geometry, what do you call a three-dimensional shape with 8 faces? And finally, question 10. Which country gave the world the cheese slicer and has the world's longest road tunnel? I'll move on to the answers now. So, answers to the picture round. Picture 1, let's name the movie, and that is Lincoln. Picture 2, name the song, and that is Great Balls of Fire. There's grated cheese and 2 fireballs. Picture 3, this is the flag of Saudi Arabia. Picture 4, the part of your body in pink there is diaphragm. Picture 5, what does BYD and the logo there stand for? And it stands for Build Your Dreams. One of the reasons I decided to put this in to the quiz is because I had started noticing this logo, and it's cars. You may well have noticed lots of electric cars going about, and it's BYD. It's a huge Chinese company. Name the city, and this is Edinburgh. That's Princes Street in Edinburgh. Picture 7. What actor is this? And this is Michael Fassbender. Picture 8. What company uses this logo? And that is another one that you see every day, but maybe haven't noticed. It's DPD. Picture 9. Name the band. That is the Beatles. And person 10. This is Dora the Explorer. And moving on to the chain. Question 1. How many legs does a lobster have? A lobster has 10 legs. So your next answer should begin with the letter N. Madison Square Garden is in which US city? It's in New York. Next one begins with K. A person with an irresistible urge to steal things for no personal or financial gain is called a what? That is kleptomaniac. So the next one begins with the letter C. Which star sign is represented by the crab? That is Cancer. So the next one begins with R. Question 5. Which book of the Bible sits between Judges and Samuel? That is the book of Ruth. The next one begins with H. What is the capital city of Hawaii? That is Honolulu. So the next one begins with the letter U. Question 7. Which book by James Joyce traces Leopold Bloom and Stephen Dedalus' journey through the streets of Dublin? That is Ulysses. Next one begins with S. So question 8. Which stadium is home to AC and Inter Milan? That is San Siro. Next one begins with O. Excuse me. In geometry, what do you call a three-dimensional shape with 8 faces? That is an octahedron. And so the next one begins with N. And the final one, which country gave the world the cheese slicer and has the world's longest road tunnel? That is Norway. So we'll get a quick catch up again to see how the scores are. And just in case the same thing happened as happened the last time, if I freeze, I'll just restart the programme before we start the general knowledge round. Hopefully not. If I keep moving it, I will. The teams have 28. Mariana has 32. Wow, some scoring there. Granny and Co has 36. Very good. Annie and George, 26. That's very good. Who am I missing? Alison et al. Linda and John, Janet, Robert, Stephen, the 12 men. Very good, big fella. Let's show on 21. We have Linda and John on 27. What was happened with? All right, there we are. Alison, so that's 33. And we have Janet on 20. Thanks for that, Brian. I prefer to use the word challenge, but if you want to call it a stinker, we'll call it a stinker. Yeah. So we've got a change in the lead. So in the lead at the moment, we have Granny and Co on 36. Then we have Alison et al. Second on 33. Mariana third on 32. All right. Yes. Then we have Linda and John on 27. Annie and George on 26. Oh, I missed the Kings on 28. Yep, so I did. So where are they? 1, 2, the third. Linda and John 4th, 27. Annie and George 5th, 26. Sorry about that. I'm struggling without my co-pilot here. Stephen on 21 and Janet on 20. But still very close for the final round. So hopefully this doesn't freeze and we can just crack on. So there we go. Looks like it hasn't. So good luck everybody. Final round, general knowledge as always. And has it changed? Yes it has. So yeah, right, you're in fourth. So there we go. Good luck everybody. Question 1. In nautical terms, what does starboard mean? Pretty sure I just heard Parsley announce himself in the hall. Question 2. What is the collective noun for a group of caterpillars? Excuse me. Question 3. Phnom Penh is the capital of which Asian country? Question 4. What is acrophobia a fear of? That is acrophobia, not agoraphobia. So what is acrophobia a fear of? Question 5. Which ex-US president had the Secret Service code name Rawhide? Question 6. In the acronym FIFA, what does the first F stand for? Question 7. Which freezes faster, hot or cold water? Question 8. How many colours are in a rainbow? Question 9. Which author holds the Guinness World Record for the most translated works? And finally, question 10. What is the name of Fred and Wilma's pet dinosaur in the Flintstones? Yeah, Parsley. Parsley. Come on up. Just think about it because it's a big cosy jumper there. Yeah. Told you. Yeah, right, go on then. Come on. Let's come. We're moving on to the answers for general knowledge round. So question 1, in nautical terms, what does starboard mean? And starboard is right. Question 2, what is the collective noun for a group of caterpillars? That is army. Question 3, Phnom Penh is the capital of which Asian country? That's the capital of Cambodia. Question 4, what is acrophobia a fear of? Acrophobia is a fear of heights. Wonder how many of you remember watching that film. I certainly do. Question 5. Which ex-US president had the Secret Service code name Rawhide? And that is Ronald Reagan. Question 6. In the acronym FIFA, what does the first F stand for? It stands for Federation. Question 7. Which freezes faster, hot or cold water? And that is hot. How many colours are in a rainbow? That is 7. Question 9. Which author holds the Guinness World Record for the most translated works? And that is Agatha Christie. And finally, question 10. What is the name of Fred and Wilma's pet dinosaur in the Flintstones? And that is, surprise, surprise, Dino. Or is it Dino? Dino. Is it Dino? Oh, let's get a catch up again, see how the scores are after that, before we move on to do the and while I'm waiting on coming in, I'm really going to have to. A second. Hang a second. Sorry about that. When a man's got to go, he's got to go. I'll give him a wee sec. I'll get caught up with everything. Yeah, he took his time getting here, Brian. He's just arrived just for the final bit. He could have bailed mute ages ago. Who else have we got? Granny and Co. 42. And the Kings 35. Good final round, Brian. Well done. Right, so the scores on the doors are we have joint winners. So we'll be having a tie break that decides our winner for the night, because in 42 points we have Granny and Co and Mariana. So in third place we have Alison et al. Then in equal fourth we have Linda and John and the Kings. Then fifth we have Annie and George, then with 33. And we have Stephen 27. That's one of your better scores, big fella. Well done. And we have Janet on 25. So well done. So as I say, we have our tie break is actually going to decide who our winners for tonight are. So let's get to it. I can't remember what it is. Aha. So approximately how many parcels do DPD, if you remember right, we logo earlier on, how many parcels do they deliver in a day? Yeah. So just remember, everybody can have a pop at it. Alright, Stephen's saying 8,000. This is in the UK. They're not actually a worldwide company. I was surprised to find that out. And then George 350,000. Brian King 1.5 million. Linda and John 900,000. Mariana says 500,000. Right, your mum's team says, well, Granny and Co says 5 million. Mariana said 500,000. Janet says 20,000. Right, so I will get everybody's in, haven't we? Yep. So the actual answer is 7.5 million daily. I mean, it's quite incredible, isn't it? I checked it, rechecked it, rechecked it, rechecked it, you know, and just, yeah, 7.5 million daily. And the thing is that I suppose they're doing business, and they're talking about the amount of parcels, not the amount of deliveries. So you think about that. I mean, as an ex-delivery driver myself, I could be doing, yes, that's just UK, Mariana. I could be doing to one delivery. I could be doing 100 parcels, you know. But then I could be doing another 90 deliveries with one parcel, so you could end up doing 190. It's quite astounding. So the winners is Granny and Co with 5 million. And that means that the quiz winners as well is Granny and Co. So well done, Granny and Co. Unlucky, Mariana. You've been involved in so many, Mariana, where you've either been first or second as a result. You know, that if I was to go back and count, you've probably been involved in more tie breaks to win the thing than anyone else, I think. You know, so and thanks for putting up with it all and having to come back for after our trials and tribulations last week. And we've had a few wee bumps tonight, but we got through it. And our next quiz will be on, is that the 1st of December? Wow, yes. So our next quiz will be on the 1st of December. I better get to work. Yeah, so we won't actually be doing a Christmas quiz this year. It'll just be, but we will try and bring in a couple of fun rounds. So thanks everybody. Well done, Granny's team, and hard lines, Mariana. Come back and try again the next one. So hopefully we'll see you all 3 weeks' time. Thanks everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you all soon. Take care. Good night.